Cancer does not care whether you're starring in a billion-dollar blockbuster, streaming to millions on Twitch, or simply taking a jog. It shows up as a tiny dot, a dry patch, or a stubborn pimple that refuses to leave. Tonight, we followed 19 famous faces who learned that truth the hard way. You will believe who is actually the number 12. Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian spends every day in front of cameras, yet a sneaky little bump almost escaped her eye. Literally. Back in 2022, she noticed a pink pea-sized spot on her cheek. It's just stress acne, she told herself. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into half a year. 7 months later, the bump still glared back in the mirror. Finally, she booked a dermatologist. One quick biopsy, one urgent phone call. "Khloe, this is a tumor. Please come in tomorrow." Surgeons removed the growth, stitched her cheek with hair-thin thread, and left a reminder scar. If that sounds dramatic, remember, this wasn't her first round. At 19, she had a malignant spot cut from her back. Khloe already wore sunscreen every single day, yet cancer managed to return. She jumped on Instagram stories with a bandage still fresh. "Guys, please don't wait. If something sticks around, get it checked." Her message went viral, racking up millions of views in hours. Bottom line, even reality TV royalty isn't immune. Your takeaway is simple. If Khloe, with a team of stylists and dermatologists, can miss a dangerous dot, the rest of us can too. Look, ask, act. Hugh Jackman. Cue deep Aussie voiceover. Wear sunscreen. That's Hugh Jackman's mantra. The Wolverine star has faced basal cell carcinoma 6 times since 2013. As a child in sun-soaked Sydney, he rarely used lotion because back then, a deep tan looked healthy. Decades later, those carefree afternoons turned into biopsy appointments. Each time the process is the same. Step 1. Spot a flaky patch on his nose or ear. Step 2. Dermatologist removes a sliver. Step 3. Lab confirms cancer. Step 4. Surgery to dig a little wider, followed by a bandage photo on Instagram. In April 2023, fans saw yet another selfie of Hugh wearing a flesh-colored patch. His caption, "Please remember to reapply SPF no matter the season." Every time he posts, Google searches for "skin check near me jump." Doctors call it the Hugh Jackman effect. And here's the hopeful part. After his most recent procedure, test results showed clean margins, no lingering cells. Still, Hugh knows the drill. Bustle cell likes to return, so he keeps a 6-month calendar alert titled Dermy Date. Listen to the man who played an immortal mutant but can't heal like one. Skin cancer is slow-moving if you catch it, ruthless if you wait. Grab sunscreen, put it on like morning coffee, reapply like afternoon tea. End of lesson, mates. Teddi Melanchamp, fitness coach and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum, thought her healthy lifestyle would shield her. Not quite. In 2022, she shared that doctors had already cut out 11 cancerous moles. By September 2023, biopsy number 12 struck. She got the phone call while packing lunches for her kids. "Here we go again," she sighed. Sleepless night, early morning surgery, fresh stitches down her shoulder. But Teddi refuses gloom. She posted a gym selfie, bandage front and center, captioned "Early detection saves lives." She also lists her rules. Schedule a full body scan every spring, photograph every mole, and compare photos every month. She sets phone alarms labeled "skin homework." Why so many spots? Years of teenage sunbathing without lotion, she says. Tanning oil plus California rays equals deep damage. Teddi's honesty touches followers because she shows her scars instead of hiding them under makeup. The big idea: muscles and green smoothies are great, but none of that matters if you ignore warnings written on your skin. Christy Brinkley. Few people symbolize sunny optimism like Christy Brinkley, the woman who once graced 3 straight Sports Illustrated covers. Yet, in March 2023, that winning smile came with a medical reveal. A doctor found a pearly bump near her ear while she was in for a routine eye check. Biopsy confirmed basal cell carcinoma, the most common and most overlooked skin cancer. Christy's surgeons trimmed the spot, then closed with ultrafine stitches. She joked, "They sewed me up like a Dior gown." Under the humor sat regret. She had noticed that bump months earlier but let work trips delay the appointment. "Don't procrastinate," she wrote to her 800K followers. Christy now packs SPF 30, a floppy hat, and UV-blocking sunglasses wherever she goes, even on cloudy days. Her story matters not just because she's a beauty icon, but because she modeled outdoors for 40 years. If someone that seasoned can still miss a warning sign, anyone can. Her takeaway: respect the sun like a wild animal, admire it from a safe distance, and keep a fence of sunscreen between you and danger. Jimmy Buffett. Jimmy Buffett spent his career singing about salted rims and sunshine daydream. Yet the sun he loved carried a hidden cost. In 2019, doctors diagnosed him with Merkel cell carcinoma, a rare, aggressive skin cancer that can spread fast. Jimmy chose privacy, telling only close friends and family. Publicly, he kept touring, but fans noticed more canceled shows. He finally stopped performing in 2023 and died on September 1st that year, age 76. After his passing, his sister Lori revealed the 4-year fight. Merkel cell often appears as a painless pink or purple bump, easily dismissed. Jimmy's case reminds us that even fun-loving legends face serious decisions about treatment, surgery, and quality of life. The Parrot Heads toasted his memory with beachside vigils, singing Margaritaville as the sun dipped low, ironic and perfect at the same time. Jimmy's lesson is softer but deep. Joy is priceless, yet your time under hot rays should come with armor, broad-spectrum SPF, shirts with UPF fabric, and shade breaks. Raise a glass to the good times, but raise an umbrella too. Melanie Griffith. Melanie Griffith, star of Working Girl, has tackled multiple health hurdles. In 2018, she revealed basal cell carcinoma on her nose. Doctors performed a dermabrasion procedure that left her nose wrapped in gauze like a tiny snow cone. She snapped a brave selfie, writing, "This is the face of prevention, folks." What led her there? Years of filming in desert locations and red carpet flashbulbs. She used sunscreen, but admits missing reapplications during long shoots. After treatment, she installed sun-blocking film on her car windows and keeps SPF sticks in every purse. She also books checkups every quarter, not just annually. Melanie's takeaway: vanity should never stop you from treatment. A small scar beats a large surgery. She urges fans to embrace hats, call doctors, and consider any new spot a flashing red light. Diane Keaton. Diane Keaton's oversized hats aren't just fashion, they're armor forged from experience. She faced melanoma at 21, another skin cancer in middle age, and has a family tree filled with similar diagnoses. In her 20s, she used baby oil to tan on Los Angeles rooftops, unaware of risk. By her 40s, she shifted. Now she packs SPF 50, long gloves for driving, and, yes, the famous brimmed hat for every outdoor shoot. She reminds interviewers that wrinkles don't scare her. Chemo does. Her wisdom: you cannot undo teenage sunburns, but you can stop adding new ones today. Brook Shields. Brook Shields once sunbathed on New York rooftops using tinfoil reflectors. Fast forward to 2009. A dermatologist removed a facial mole that tested precancerous. Brook called the diagnosis a wake-up slap. She quit tanning completely and joined campaigns teaching teens to drop tanning beds. She also educates adults. Sun damage hides in skin cells for decades and can reappear later. Brook uses daily mineral sunscreen and UV-blocking windows at home. She hopes her experience shows that stopping tanning now is still worth it, because future you will be grateful. Ariana Maddox. When Vanderpump Rules star Ariana Maddox felt a strange bump on her shoulder, doctors kept saying, "Looks benign." Years passed. She kept asking. Finally, one determined dermatologist excised the spot. Stage 1 melanoma, caught just before it dug deeper. Ariana underwent wider excision surgery and a lymph node biopsy. Both came back clear. She then posted photos of the stitched incision, stating, "You are the CEO of your own body. Hire and fire doctors until you get answers. She no longer uses tanning beds, schedules 6-month scans, and stores mole photos in a special skin album on her phone. Take her advice. Persistence saves. If a professional dismisses your concern but your gut says otherwise, get a second look. Your skin is worth more than someone's quick glance. Whitney Carson. Pro dancer. Whitney Carson's career depends on agility, posture, and confidence. Imagine learning you have melanoma days before live TV rehearsals. That was her reality at 19. Doctors removed the mole plus surrounding tissue, then took lymph nodes to ensure no spread, all while she practiced lifts and foxtrots. She told no one except family. Looking back, she says secrecy was harder than surgery. She worried about makeup sweating into the fresh scar, worried about costume fittings, worried producers might view her as weak. She made it through, dance shoes spinning over bandaged skin. Now she tells every follower, your dream deserves a healthy body. She preaches shade tents during outdoor rehearsals, SPF sticks on ankles and toes, and honest talks with bosses if anything feels wrong. Young athletes, listen up. Toughness is not ignoring danger. It's facing it early so you can keep doing what you love. Andy Cohen. Talk show king. Andy Cohen loved a golden glow until a persistent dark patch sat on his lower lip. He kept licking it, thinking it was dry skin. Enter Kelly Ripa, friend and TV host, who said on set, "Andy, that looks like skin cancer. Go today." Biopsy confirmed melanoma. Surgeons removed the tissue, and Andy switched from tanning enthusiast to SPF preacher overnight. He now jokes that he's pale and proud. His lesson is about friendship. Sometimes the nudge you need comes from someone who sees you every day. Thank the person who points out a weird spot. They might save your life. Richard Ninja Blevins. Gamers spend hours indoors, so skin cancer seems unlikely, right? Richard Tyler Blevins, better known as Ninja, learned otherwise. In March 2024, his wife Jessica noticed a mole on the sole of his foot, an area that rarely sees sunlight. Dermatologists suggested removal, just to be safe. Pathology showed melanoma in early stage. Ninja documented the next steps on Twitter: larger excision around the original site, plus removal of a second tiny dot. Doctors believed they caught it before spread, but they ordered frequent follow-ups. Ninja told his 20 million followers, "Please schedule a skin check." I delayed doctors far too long. His case highlights two truths. 1. Melanoma can form on skin that rarely faces the sun. Genetics and random mutations play parts too. 2. Huge audiences give influencers a megaphone for health messages. If even 1% of his fans book a check, that's 200,000 people potentially spared late-stage cancer. Kevin Jonas. When Kevin Jonas posted a calm clinic video in June 2024, fans first thought it was a vlog prank. Then he pointed to a small pearl-colored bump on his forehead. Basal cell carcinoma. Doctors numbed the area, scraped away the tumor, stitched the skin, and sent him home within an hour. Kevin used the moment to teach. He zoomed in on his scar 2 days later, showing rapid healing, and said, "This is why you never ignore anything new." He also suggested parents turn sunscreen into a game, asking kids to paint the invisible shield before playground time. Though basal cell spreads slowly, it can invade deeper layers if ignored, sometimes reaching bone. Kevin's quick fix kept the mark small, an example of perfect timing. Your action step: set a yearly birthday reminder. Present to yourself. Professional skin exam. Euan McGregor. Euan McGregor hears the word adventure and hops on a motorbike. In 2008, he added a surprise side quest: skin surgery. Routine checkup, casual, let's remove those 2 moles. Then lab results, both early melanoma. 1 lesion sat a breath away from his eye. Surgeons acted fast, using micro-instruments to avoid vision damage. The Scottish actor now rides with a bandana on his nose, SPF 50 on cheeks, and UV-blocking visor flipped down. He keeps tubes of sunscreen and bike saddlebags next to tools. His mantra: every journey starts with protection. Whether you hike, cycle, or garden, pack sunscreen the way you pack water. Andy Rodic. Andy Rodic once served tennis balls at 155 miles per hour. Sun protection took a back seat until red, crusty patches appeared on his lip. Diagnosis: squamous cell carcinoma. He underwent laser ablation, which left raw, oozing spots that healed slowly. Fans who saw recent photos asked, "What's wrong with Andy's face?" On his Served podcast in May 2024, he laid it bare. "Years under sun, no SPF, I'm paying now." He also revealed periodic blue light therapy sessions to zap precancer cells across his cheeks. "It feels like a sunburn from the inside out," he said. Rodic's advice targets youth sports, makes sunscreen as mandatory as helmets, coat ears, noses, and even under the chin, because reflected UV from a court can hit upward angles. His final serve: "The sun will always win long rallies unless you block it." Richard Simmons. Richard Simmons, once the loudest voice in fitness videos, now keeps a lower profile, but returned to Facebook in March 2024 with a dramatic post. A lump under his right eye was basal cell carcinoma. He described the procedure in vivid terms: tiny tool, no anesthetic, the smell of burning skin. Round 1 failed. Doctors needed a second pass. He clenched his teeth but didn't cry. He ended with "to be continued," promising honest updates. Fans flooded comments with support and SPF pledges. The lesson here is twofold. First, early tumors can often be burned off instead of cut out if they're small. Second, brutal honesty about the discomfort encourages others to treat spots before they grow. He reminds us that optimism isn't pretending things are fine, it's facing pain with purpose. Caitlyn Jenner. When Caitlyn Jenner posted a nose bandage selfie, she wrote only 2 lines: "Had to remove sun damage. PSA, wear sunscreen." Later, reps confirmed basal cell carcinoma. Her athletic past included decades of outdoor track and golf under bright California skies. She now wears SPF 50 and a cap even during short dog walks. Her short post worked precisely because it was brief. Viewers saw stitches, heard 2 words: sun damage, and filled in the rest. Sometimes a simple image speaks louder than a long caption. Keep that in mind when teaching friends. Show, then tell. Harry Jowsey. Reality show flirt. Harry Jowsey laughed through dating dares on Too Hot to Handle, but skin cancer wiped the grin for a moment. On TikTok in 2024, he reported a spot on his shoulder had become melanoma. It sat there 1 to 2 years, ignored. Doctors scraped it, measured thickness, excised more tissue. Luckily, staging showed no spread. Harry used humor to ease tension. "If you're a freckled frog like me, map your dots." He then mapped his own back with washable markers to track any changes. His method may feel silly, but it works. Color coding or numbering moles helps spot new arrivals. His story proves health talk doesn't need to be scary. Fun can still educate. Vinnie Jones. Former football hardman Vinnie Jones battled melanoma in 2013. He first noticed a dark speck near his temple when shaving. At first, he assumed it was dried mud from weekend yard work. Wife Tanya insisted on a check. Biopsy, surgery, stitches, all within 10 days. He later lost Tanya to cancer of another kind, deepening his resolve to push awareness. Vinnie now partners with sports leagues to hand out sunscreen in locker rooms, pushing the slogan, "Tough guys use SPF." He calls out macho myths that bronze skin equals strength. "You can't head a soccer ball if your brain's fighting disease," he tells teens. His grit shows that protecting health is the bravest play. As Khloe taught us, even a pimple can be a red flag. As Hugh Jackman proved, the fight can return if you drop your guard. Christy Brinkley's elegance, Ninja's digital fame, Jimmy Buffett's island grooves, they all bend to the same rule of biology. Cancer follows no script, so we must write our own. Protect, inspect, correct. Thank you for watching. Thank you for caring, and thank you for making health as trendy as any Hollywood fashion. Now close your laptop, step to a window, feel that sunlight, and remember your armor. Fade out.